Oh, we're up to level 67 now. The room where it happened. I imagine you're eager to hear the particulars of our plan. Allow me a moment to gather everyone's attention. Oh, time to talk about it.
If all are in agreement, I will outline my plan to retake Doma Castle. First, Lys and the Doman Irregulars will conduct a series of raids against Imperial targets throughout the surrounding area, with the aim of drawing the garrison's attention. Shortly thereafter, our Zayla allies will launch a surprise attack on the castle's airborne defenses. In this way, we will prevent the enemy's airships from rendering support and cut off one means of escape. Alize and I, together with the Shinobi, will exploit the ensuing chaos to infiltrate the moon gates and disable the Magitech field generators. Once the barrier is down, we will be free to cross the One River and reach Doma Castle. It is at this point that we must turn to our Confederate and Kojin allies. They will commence to bombard the castle with cannon fire, while sailing west towards the Doman Enclave.
Wait, the Enclave? Why would you want them to sail away from the castle?
Because the Enclave is home to countless civilians. Once pressed, the Imperials may well think to take them hostage, and I would fain forestall any such attempt. After we have secured the Enclave, we may lay siege to Doma Castle directly. The main strength of the Doman Liberation Front, under Lord Hien's command, shall be committed to this endeavor, as will you and your redoubtable allies.
Hell yeah.
The rest is simple. We scour the castle for the Viceroy, we find her, and we subdue her. Without their leader, what remains of the Imperials' morale will crumble, and they will surrender or attempt to flee. And Doma will be free. Your thoughts, Lord Hien? If any points were unclear or gave you cause for concern, I should be glad to go over them with you.
What you pondering?
Nay, 'tis a fine plan. You have a talent for this. That much is plain. We shall carry out Alphinaud's plan to the letter. Time is of the essence, as you know, so let us each see to our respective preparations. Carry on.
There's no shortage of tasks that must needs be completed before we can launch our attack. If you have a moment, perhaps you can lend a hand. That said, I've only just returned. It would be better for you to speak with Alphinaud to find out how you might be of service. Tried to keep busy. Well, glad am I to hear it. There's one task that comes to mind. As I explained during my briefing, Alice and I will need to infiltrate the moon gates to disable the Magitech field generators. Though I pride myself in my knowledge of various subjects, I must confess I lack the confidence in my knowledge for this particular one, which is why I turned to an expert. I've been conversing with Sid via Tataru, attempting to ascertain the design of the generators based on the limited intelligence. Most recently, he sent a parcel with some documents which he believes may be of use. I would like for you to go to Kugane and bring them back here. In the meantime, I will continue to work with our shinobi allies to plot a path into the gates. Safe travels, Teha, and thank you again. Back to the good city. I've missed Kagane. Teha, what do you do? Okay, no. First of all, Tataru, look at you. You look amazing. I love how she just whenever you see her again, for whatever reason, she just has a different getup. I love it. Teha, what are you doing here? I thought you were off fighting nomads on the Azim steppe. Oh, you beat them. Good show. A shame I didn't get to see it. Alphino has been keeping me apprised of the situation in Doma. I may not be any good in a physical fight, but in an, paperwork fight, I'm true Kagan. Yeah. You're here for the parcel Sid sent, right? Wait a moment, it'll be right out. What's up with him? What's he been doing? Oh, has she been ordering him around? It arrived not long ago. A porter delivered it to our offices, along with various and other knickknacks from Eorzea. Sid regrets that he couldn't come here in person. Apparently, his hunt for the dragon in Omega demands his full attention, you see. Still, he was reasonably confident that the documents he provided would be enough for Alphino to do the work himself. Pardon my interruption, but the parcel in question, was it the one you placed on the shelf in the back for safekeeping? I believe so, yes. Why do you ask? What you see on closer inspection, said parcel appears to have been addressed to the Sekisegumi barracks. Though it does indeed bulge with a quantity of paper reminiscent of a rather large instruction manual, the lingering scent of lilacs leads me to conclude it is in fact a sizable collection of love letters. What? Impossible! That porter was carrying a parcel addressed to us. I saw the writing with my own eyes. Oh, I do not doubt that in the least. However, as he was tasked with a number of deliveries, I can only presume that he handed you another parcel by mistake. This is a disaster. We have to find that porter right this instant. She can move quickly when she has a mind to do so. So quickly she neglected to take these love letters with her. They too must be redirected to their rightful recipient. They should also aid you in tracking down the right porter. They keep records of their deliveries and so forth after all. The man in question was of middling height and build, not unlike myself. Black hair, short, terribly helpful in Kugane, I know. A cheery sort, wearing bright colors as I recall. I will send a few of my men out to search, but in the meantime, why don't you take the parcel and see if you can't track him down yourself. I'll wait here on the off chance he realizes his mistake and returns. So I'm just now seeing the benefit of doing training for my chocobo, my companion. Especially when you keep the stable clean, which is good. I haven't been doing, obviously I can't do it every hour, but it gives you about, I mean, let's see. It's been giving me on a clean stable about 13,000 XP for Worksim. I will say the food you give your companion every training session, or after, is really expensive. Good boy. What a good boy. Yeah, it's great. Like 13,120. I think that's the exact number. And then an hour later you could do it again. Let me see if I need to clean it. Brooms are cheap though. Those are really cheap. Ignore the baguette. I hope we get enough done. I'm not expecting to finish base Stormblood today, but I'm not opposed to it, you know? Wait, who are you? You seek company for an hour or evening? There's perhaps a charitable... Wait, what happened before? How it reeks of perfume and desperation, I know not of it, nor do I wish to know. Oh dear, oh dear. I misplaced some most important documents, and if I do not find them quickly, there will be dire repercussions. No, it is nothing so scandalous and base. My lord is a man with singular dietary restrictions, which I've detailed in my notebook. I cannot produce without it. I feel like that should be perchance produce it without it. I cannot produce. I've never heard those two words together like that. Weird. Alright, who else are we looking for then? There you go. Good morning to you, sir, but I have no time to chat. I have to head to Bokairo. Or was it the holstery? No time, no time. I recognize that parcel. I delivered it to the Ruby Bazaar not long ago. What of it? A mistake? For the Sekisagumi, you say? Bah, you're right. How stupid of me. Fortunately, I have yet to visit the barracks. This is for you, yes? I'll take the other in exchange. Ah, Tataru. Looking as glamorous as ever. I'm sorry, I couldn't find him. I guess we just have to hope he realizes his mistake and returns soon. Ah, we got it. We got it. It's fine. That's it. That's the parcel. You found him. Though knowing our luck, Sid put the wrong papers in there. Nope, this is it. These are the documents detailing the operation of the Magitech field generators Alphino requested. Okay. I can only imagine what would have happened had we sent Teha back to Doma with a parcel full of love letters. The look on Alphino's face when he reads the first page. It's like, Teha, I didn't know you felt that way. On second thought, I'm a little disappointed that we didn't. Same. Everyone's working so hard to fight for Doma's freedom, and here I am making the same silly mistakes. It won't happen again, Teha, and I'll keep working hard to bring you and the others useful information. If we hear anything new, we'll contact you straight away. And we may be pleased to hear that we have a brokered an arrangement between the company and the Confederacy. They require armaments, we provide. Discreetly and at a reasonable price. I'm sure Lord Lodorito was pleased to hear it. Indeed he was, indeed he was. I'm not sure if I should ship those two or not. Well, it seems our time together is at an end. Give Alphino and Alice my regards, will you? Yes, I shall. Oh, it seems just like yesterday you were here. Our plans proceed apace. Do you have the documents? Excellent. This looks to be exactly what we need. Assuming our shinobi escort can see us safely inside the moon gates, I should have no trouble deactivating the barrier. Good, good. That is one less thing to worry about. Okay. Should you wish for further employment, mayhap you could speak with Alice. I believe she was planning to search the surrounding area for Imperial patrols. If you go now, you may be able to catch her before she departs. Let's have a look. Alphino told you about my plans, and you wish to come with me. Well, far be it for me to refuse you. Truth be told, I'm not entirely sure what we expect to find. In the wake of your failed assassination attempt, the Imperials demonstrated uncharacteristic restraint, and there were no public executions, and not a single village was put to the torch. But as I mentioned earlier, our latest intelligence does suggest a purge is imminent. For all we know, they could be out in the field even as we speak, surveilling their targets and making plans. If so, we need to put a stop to it. So let us begin our search in the north. Could I fly in there though? Hang on. Yeah, you could. Oh, sweet. Okay. That's convenient. I didn't realize there was an open ceiling. Wait, who's this? Gyorai Quick Strike. He's got a little apron on him. That's cute. Fork's not as big, but... No. Am I meant to? All quiet for now. Follow me to the next location. This was the second point I marked on my map. No Imperial patrols near our headquarters then. Good. The last thing we need is a repeat of Ralgo's reach. Even so, 'twould be prudent to search a little longer. Yeah. Not exactly the enemy I was worried about. Damn it all. I can't just leave the carcass lying in the middle of the road. You've gotten stronger. That surprised look. Next to you, I feel like a child playing at swords and sorcery, though mayhap it suits me better than books. I owe much to Mikote I met on my travels. He was a master of these techniques, and kindly agreed to teach me the fundamentals. But I never could warm to common rapiers. I vastly preferred using a blade of my own creation, despite the toll it took on me. Yori Angers' gift was a godsend, to be honest. Anyway, we're falling behind. We should split up, and try to recoup some lost time. We've heard rumors of Imperial soldiers skulking about disguised as villagers. One was supposedly spotted near the ribbons to the south of here. Go and see if there's anything out of the ordinary. Poor cat. Haunted Elder. Oh, hello there, young man. My associates and I are in search of fertile soil for farming in this land called RI. You doubt my words? You suspect we have some other purpose in coming here? How vexing it is to be questioned in this manner. Very well. He desires the truth and he shall have it. Deal with him. Excuse me? Oh. Uh-oh, Alice took care of it. Yeah, you go get him. I saw them attack you, while this one fled. Since you seem to have everything in hand, I decided to capture him. An Imperial, I presume. I knew it would come to this, but at the hands of a Westerner, a Doman would at least know the rights. You think you understand, but you do not. She will burn it all before she surrenders. She will never kneel again, nor should she. Deja! Rest assured, the Naiure will receive due compensation. Young Asai has great potential, that much is plain. If he applies himself, he may one day be granted the opportunity to go to Garlemald and learn from some of the leading authorities in the field of Magitech. Few citizens are afforded such treatment, however, much less people of the provinces. You will need to do more. Oh, of course. I have no doubt that we shall. My husband and I only want the best imperial education for our boy. I've finished planting the rice, mother. Not while the officer is here, Yotsuyo. Inside, now. Wait, Yotsuyu? Yes, mother. You did not mention you had a daughter. My sister's not mine. Oh, my sister's not mine. Kami rest her soul. She's utterly hopeless. But one cannot choose one's family. Damn. Harsh. Indeed. She is of age to receive an education as well, is she not? Yet we have no records. I trust I need not remind you of your legal obligations. No, of course not. But she is weak and sickly. Some days she has not the strength to leave her bed. Though a thought occurs to me. Mayhap we can come to an understanding. I don't like that look at all. That was a near thing. What happened? We were talking and then all of a sudden you were somewhere else. Did one of the soldiers hit you in the head or something? Well, if you say so. We should go and tell the others what happened here. So who is this man? Is this man the soldier that was recruiting for education? Or is that the little boy all grown up? How old do you look, dude? I mean, he kinda looks old-ish. Thank you. You didn't have to come with me, but you did. And for that I'm grateful. I told the others of our encounter with the disguised soldiers. Though we disposed of the bodies, it's only a matter of time before the comrades note of their absence. As if we needed any more reason to act quickly. Are you sure you're alright, by the way? You've been awfully quiet since we returned. I mean, you were not even on my chocobo, so I don't know what you're talking about. Also, it looks like I am the chocobo talking to her. Works and get over here. I tell you to rest and leave the rest of the others, but seeing as that isn't in your nature. Lise returned but a moment ago, looking a bit worried. It would seem that trouble is afoot in Namai. May as well go and ask her about it. As for me, I will not impose upon you any further. Uh-huh. Oh, there she is. Barely got enough armor as it is. Huh. Oh, you're here to help. That's a relief. We've been trying to help the villagers in Namai get ready for their operation. We've run into a few problems. You remember how we're supposed to stir up trouble as a diversion, right? Well, the thing is, we don't have enough armor to go around. I thought the Doma Liberation Front would be able to furnish us with some, but it seems that's not the case. I was about to go and tell Ise. Why don't you come too? Sure. Oh, you're here too. I heard about those soldiers you and Alice encountered. I'm glad you're alright. Right then. Ise, we've gathered up all the rope we could find in the village. And every tool with an edge, but it's still not enough. Even a hoe would suffice, but there are no more to spare. Thank you, Chigusa. Ryosen could use a hand if there's nothing else. As for more tools, I may have some in my home. Go and search it. Take whatever meets your needs. I made enough rice balls for everyone, including some special ones for Lady Yugiri. Can I go and give them to her? You silly little girl. Of course you can. Hurry, you never know when she'll have to leave on a secret mission. Alright. Sorry about that. Everyone's been trying to contribute since Lord Hain returned. There's so much to worry about. You're doing well, Ise. Though I have to ask, have you had any luck finding more armor? Unfortunately, no. Unlike weapons, there's no substitutes for proper protection. It's not as though we need full suits of Imperial plate, but we're not soldiers. If we attack without any equipment, we'll be slaughtered. Doman Liberation Front doesn't have any armor to spare. Suppose we could ask Hancock. There's no telling how long it would take for him to send us supplies. Do you have an armorer in the village, or anyone with some skill to fashion armor? There is one man, a craftsman who fled the Enclave. He's experienced and may be able to help. I don't know if I can persuade him to, though, but maybe you two can come with me. His name is Suranuki, and he lives in Kusagkari, in the south. Come with me. Who are those starry-eyed youths who stand before me? Ones who sing of rebellion, of liberation. Surely you would not think to trouble me with such foolish dreams. Oh, go and say what you will, but you'll not take offense if I die from laughter. Wahahaha. Alright, dude. You want me to laugh at your face? Like... I don't think that's that... I don't think that was that funny. Eh? Say again? You'd have me fashion armor for villagers who wish to fight Imperial regulars. Mad fools charging boldly to meet their deaths. Bring me steel and I shall give them shells to shield their soft bellies. Yes, yes, plates of steel. All that you can carry. The better to shield them from blade and bullet. If only it were so simple, Master Suranuki. Steel plates are not so easily procured. Blind, deaf, and dumb you are, boy. You are awash in broken steel. Magitech, great cylinders come flat crashing to the earth from on high. Shatter them to bits with my explosives. They will not fail you, for I made them to kill Imperials. Bring me steel and you will have your armor. Well, it's not like we know any other armorers who can help. At least we can get to blow things up. Okay. Abandoned Magitech? Oh, we're blowing this up then. Yeah. Hang on. Wahaha. When you are committed to your cause, then you are committed to your cause. Dressing villagers as soldiers and marching off to war. Stupid, stupid fools. Doma is dead, and so are her people. Lord Cayenne, Lord Hien, all dead. Their blood is on our hands. Are you okay, dude? 'Twas Lord Cayenne who saved us, who spared us the worst when the Garleans came. Every shred of pride and honor he cast aside, without a second thought. All to win their trust. All to serve as their puppet, restored to his throne years later, a paper tiger. Such shame he must have felt, but no matter. He would suffer it for his people. A life as slaves is better than none at all, he believed, but not us. After my lady died, we began to whisper in his ears dreams of freedom and liberation. We pushed him to take action, if only a little. 10 years of preparation, of machinations, so careful we would be, and yet, Doma burned for our foolishness, not for that of Lord Cayenne, Monson, the Enclave. They were raised for our sins. We murdered them all, don't you see? We murdered you all. You're wrong, Master. We're still here and we're still alive. Lord Cayenne too lives on, in our hearts, and in his son, for Lord Hien has returned. Lord Hien? Alive? Cannot be. You lie. You lie. It's the truth. Hien came back to Doma to help her fight for freedom. Could it be? My Lord Hien yet lives? Oh. Bands of steel to bind the chest and belly, yes. Yes. I must heat the forge and begin work at once. 10, 100. How many do you need? All that and more you shall have. Alright. Well, at least he's motivated. Even after 25 years of oppression, they still have it in them to stand up and fight. You just have to show them the way forward. Lise and I will stay and help Nuki finish the armor, so you have no need to wait around. Why not go back to the House of the Fierce? I'm sure there's plenty of work left to be done. Ask about it and see what you can find. Wait, where are we going? Everything is in order, sir. Under Lord Gosetsu's sage tutelage, we grow stronger by the day. Okay, good to know. Help? Oh, no, no, no. I will not impose upon you without cause. Rest assured that everything is in its place, and every place is in... everything's fine. I require no assistance, comrade. Lord Hien's instructions to me were quite clear. I need only transcribe them for the benefit of our Zayla allies. Speaking of Lord Hien, are you eager to be of service? Mayhap you could seek him out. Keep an eye on him, perchance, should he decide to venture outside. Okay. Let me guess. Someone asked you to act as my protector. Ha! To hear them mutter, one would think I intended to stride up to the castle gates on my own. The truth, of course, is rather less dramatic. I'd hoped to look on the castle one last time before battle. Would you care to join me? You would be setting a lot of fretful minds at rest. Very good. Then let us depart from Onsen at once. Discover a new location. Oh, we're able to get in now. Okay, okay. So I think this is the last section, and then I get the achievement for exploring, right? Yay, there you go. An easy, what, 600k for my Dragoon. Monsen was home to many great and powerful families, men of honor, samurai. Once. Great swaths were razed, and people put to the sword. What little remains stands as a testament to what was, and what will never be again. No sentries, at least, of the living sort. Those shambling suits of armor have the run of the place. To think this was once a bustling street, so full of life, a river of people with a current all its own. But even then, the Imperials walked among us, sometimes openly, sometimes discreetly. We were always aware of their presence. We were complicit. He did what he had to do to preserve the peace, to keep our people safe, but at what cost? Forgive me, this is neither the time nor the place for such dark musings, though they did serve to remind me of the barracks, which once stood to the west of here, where there may be yet weapons our comrades could use. If you head down that street, past the makeshift barricades, you will come to the ruins. I will search elsewhere. Meet me at the water's edge when you've finished. Steed Katana. Alas, I found not of value. Did you? Still sheathed in its scabbard. Though even shielded from the elements, it will need to be cleaned and oiled. I recognized the crest. It belonged to the son of a samurai I trained with when I was young. He never even had the chance to draw it. There she is, Doma Castle, my home. They let us keep her for a time, before gradually moving their forces across from Fuliminis. Now her every court and corridor belongs to Yotsuyu. Though father spent much of his time there, I did not. I may only have visited him there on half a dozen occasions, if that. I cannot remember. But I remember the view from the keep. Doma seemed much smaller from there, like you could hold it in your hands. Well, Monsen at least. Doma is so much more than that. There, beyond the moon gates, onto the shores of the Ruby Sea. And here, in the places that no man can see or touch or take from you. We carry her with us, wherever so we go. Not the land or the soil, but the story. And what is life if not a story? A story of our journey from dawn till dusk, day after day after day. The story of our mothers and our fathers, our families and our friends, our peoples and our nations. I think a part of me understood that when I looked out from the keep. Hien, son of Kaien, another caretaker of the story of Doma. It's a fine castle, truly, with even finer view, but in the end. Kami, strike me down. How could I be so blind? I must return to the House of the Fierce at once. I've had what can only be described as a revelation. Ours is an excellent plan, but not so excellent that it cannot be improved. And now I know how. Okay. On second thought, Teha, I ask that you return to the House of the Fierce without me, and tell Alphinaud to call the others together for a meeting. It's imperative that Kojin Emissary be in attendance as well. I shall join you anon. Lord Heian wishes to discuss the details of our plan. Very well, if he insists. I shall summon the others at once. As for the Kojin, I believe one of their emissaries was already en route. Nevertheless, I shall contact them to make certain.
Greetings and well met, old friends. The Elder sends his regards.
Soroban, it's good to have you with us.
If, you might humor me. Thank you for coming, Soroban. Doubtless you have already been informed of our plans and the role we would have your people play. However, I seek your counsel as a Kojin of the Blue. Be it by spell or siegecraft, could your forces destroy the underwater foundations of Doma Castle's outer wall?
Explosives coupled with a few incantations. Yes, that might produce sufficient force. Such a thing could indeed be done.
Then I wish to revise the plan. Instead of assisting the Confederacy in securing the Enclave, I would have the Kojin advance upstream beneath the water and breach a segment of the outer wall. I mean to flood Doma Castle.
My lord, the castle is a sacred symbol, the very heart of our nation. To destroy it is unthinkable, unconscionable. You cannot do this.
I can and I will if it improves our chances. By flooding the castle, we remove the better part of their forces from the field and force Yotsuyu to retreat to the highest levels of the keep. Tell me that is not a worthwhile trade.
But my lord, that castle was entrusted to you by your father and his father before him. I say to you again, it is the heart of our nation.
So let us only think of this battle, of victory here and now. For without that, we have no future.
See that you are resolved, Lord Heian, and I would not presume to gainsay your decision.
This man really wants to
I will
flood
inform
his
the Elder
town.
of your revised stratagem and instruct our sappers to make ready.
I mean, I hope it works, but
Preparations are all but complete.
good.
Once we receive word from our Kojin allies, we shall set our plans in motion. We shall fight, and we shall prevail.
No plan is perfect and there's ever room for improvement. I expect my comrades will be refining their approach until the moment they begin. In case you're not unaware, the other Jonin will lead the assault on the Moon Gates, not I. My place is at Lord Heian's side. Well, we'll miss you, Yugiri. I always love when she showcases how much of a badass she is. If there's nothing else, I'll head back to Nomai. Suranuki's working hard, and Issei's doing what he can to help, but maybe there's more that I can do too. He was like a different person when he began hammering those plates. Younger, brighter, full of life and hope. The plan is set and all that can be done has been done. Rest and relaxation are now paramount, for tomorrow we may die. Have you two not done enough? Will you not pause a moment to gather yourself on the eve of our grand design? Go not unto battle with weary eyes or lingering regrets, my friend. So Orban informs me that his sappers will be ready within the day, which means that we can proceed as planned and attack Doma Castle tomorrow. Considering the key role you will play, I think it only prudent that you refrain from further labors and rest until tomorrow. Agreed? We shall speak again in the morning. Take care, my friend. Uh-oh. What's happening?
You're awake. I was just, well, they threw me out, actually. Told me I needed to get some sleep. Ready for the big day. Not long now, eh? I'm nervous, of course, but I also feel like I didn't know where I was going, but maybe, finally, something's gonna change, you know? Really, really change. And when the dust has settled, we'll see what we've won, and what we've lost. I'm going to give it my all tomorrow. Everything I've seen and felt, I won't let it be for nothing. Right, off to bed. Don't want to overdo it, and neither should you. Oh, but before you sleep, you should look in on Alphino and Alize. Quietly, of course.
Ha! Another restless soul. Come, come. Raise a glass to freedom.
That's cute. Alice and Alphino sleeping. That's a lot of sake.
Good. Good. I should be interested to know his thoughts on the matter.
Ah, that's enough, Gosetsu. You'll not convince anyone with your drunken ramblings. We've talked about this, all of us. We are flooding the castle tomorrow, and that's the end of it.
I know. I accepted your decision, and I do not intend to go back on my word. Nevertheless, as the battle draws near, I cannot help but recall our many travails, and it fair compels me to speak. In all my time serving as a leader of men, there are two failures which haunt me to this day. The first, a defeat at the hands of the Empire 25 years past, and the subsequent imprisonment of your father. Long did I consider offering up my life in atonement, until Lord Kyan allowed at last to receive visitors called for me, of all people, for my unborn child, he said. For my dearest Shun, live. My second failure, of course, was the betrayal of that self-same command. When in the rebellion I failed to protect not only Lord Kyan, but Lord Hien too. That I yet live, having known such disgrace, is an affront to the Kami themselves.
Don't put yourself down.
Yet you, all of you, saw fit to grant this shameful creature, this failure, another chance. To serve a greater purpose.
Yeah.
Thank you for pitying an old fool.
Now, it is far too soon for that. Save your tears for the morrow. You may be sure we will have ample cause to shed them, be they for joy or despair. Even that sounds morose. We who yet walk the path should not think too much on the destination. When the hour arrives, we shall welcome what comes with open arms. He is right about one thing, though. We have you and yours to thank for this chance. All debts will be repaid. On that you have my word. But first we must live past tomorrow, no? If you've no intention of sleeping, Ugiri, you may as well join us.
Forgive me, my lord. I did not mean to... if that is your will.
She thinks she's the only one who can sense a sneak. Got him. That was a cute moment. Gosetsu almost getting me teared up before battle. There he is. I trust you are none the worse for wear after last night. We received confirmation from the Kojin not long ago. The sappers stand at the ready and wait our signal. Let us not keep them and the others waiting. Gather your things. We depart at once. Alphino, instruct Lise and the others to move into position and launch their attack. Our scouts report no change in the Imperial's disposition, but I would leave nothing to chance. We must act quickly, lest we lose the element of surprise. Understood. I will relay your orders to her and rejoin my unit. Gosetsu and Yugiri await the two of you at Monsen. Good luck, my friends. I will see you both again soon. Okay, let's do it.
Understood. Wish us luck. Right. You all know what you have to do. Are you ready?
Ready to show them what a good job they made of breaking us.
Nodders.
Then what are you waiting for? Move out!
Why must we waste our time guarding this blasted...
Sound the alarm! Fluminous is under attack! Armed insurgents have breached the perimeter! We need reinforcements!
Nice.
This is Lise. Imperial forces converging on our position. Looks like we've got their attention. We'll be sure to keep them busy for as long as we can.
Ah, war. To wield power, to make men kneel before you. There is no better feeling. A pity I must share this pleasure with a feral dog of a Dothal.
Hey, watch your language.
Preening, Oreneer. You fear that she will put the sun in shade. Those are for you. Go, claim your prey.
Oh wow, I haven't seen those ships in a long time.
Come to me! Come to your death! With each that falls, my soul soars higher!
Swiftly, brothers! Fall not behind! Make an offering of their steel to Father Azim!
My lord, the barrier!
That it should fall so soon! Truly, our allies seem determined to surpass each other.
Don't get cocky now. Still could be a trap.
The Magitech field is down. I repeat, the Magitech field is down. Confederate vessels, you are clear to advance upon the Enclave.
The wall is breached. The Kojin too will not be outdone.
Our allies have set the stage. Now we must take the castle. With me!
Alright, let's do it. Oh wait. I was ready to actually control.
My lady, the riverside wall has been breached. The lower levels are already flooded and the water is still rising.
So I gathered. He would tear the whole thing down, all for the promise of freedom. A noble sacrifice, or the last desperate flailings of a fool. Speaking of which, how fares my brute?
The procedure was carried out as instructed by Lord Owleth. By all indications, it was a success.
Is that so? Then he may yet be of some use.
Talking about your henchmen?
Devotees of vengeance should rightly pursue their cause unto the bitter end, don't you think? Their hearts aflame with passion until the last few embers fizzle and fade, leaving naught but ash. The Viceroy's orders were clear. If Doma falls, none shall be spared his wrath. Tell the men to fight as if their lives depend on it. Because they do.
As you command, my lady.
Again they come to make you kneel. To make you grovel and suffer. But you have endured their worst and survived. You know their tricks. They will not find a flower simply waiting to be plucked.
Aye, there can be no doubt. The Viceroy is trapped, and so comes our part. Our Kojin allies will deliver us to our destination, to the Western Dock. And do not forget to bring your fellow adventurers, Teha. Greetings and well met, my friends. Climb aboard, climb aboard. There's room enough for you all. Teha, that we might improve our odds of success, we will divide into 2 parties upon arrival, one comprising of you and your adventurer comrades, and the other, Gosetsu, Yogiri, and myself. Each will enter the keep via a separate route, dispatching any Imperial forces that attempt to bar their path. Even should one meet with misfortune, the other will reach Yotsuyu. Agreed? Then let us be about it, for Doma. Ready to rumble. I like that guy's glamour. lot of destruction going on. I like how everything is just in chaos. Alright. That's a bit tight. Kinda wish I could explore this place before it was getting bombarded. Looks really beautiful. A lot of loot in this place. Eorzean, come out and play. Dearest of all my enemies, I have new toys to show you. Oh, is this the same guy? Is this literally the same guy we've been fighting? Well, at least they made it. Honestly, not surprised this guy can't. He just refuses to die, honestly. Until it is done. Rip and tear.
We go together!
You got it. I don't know what those are, but...
Die, die, die! Die, die!
Good.
We go together!
Get the hell out of there. I don't like that.
Die, die, die!
GG, everyone. Go together. Oh, I thought it was gonna explode.
Have you aught to say for yourself? For what you have done to our people? Your people?
My people, he says. The precious lordling beloved by all, come to confront the wicked witch. My parents taught me no better. They worked me from dawn to dusk like an ox or an ass or some other beast of burden. Until, that is, my brother spied a chance to transform the family fortunes. And so I was married to a vicious old drunk, who beat me as he pleased. And when I pleaded for help, I was told to grin and bear it. For the family, for him, for everyone's sake. They pretended not to notice, but they knew. They knew! What did it matter? I was nothing to them. Less than nothing. I wasn't of their flesh. I wasn't a fellow Doman. I wasn't even a person. I might just as well have been dead. And then my husband passed away one day. And so I was sold off yet again to pay his debts. But this time, I found a way to live for myself. To survive. As a spy for the Empire. Oh, those were the days when the scales first fell from my eyes. No longer would I be a slave to my parents or my husband or the pleasure house. I would be free and receive due compensation. That would be enough, I thought. Until I saw a Doma in the road, beaten and broken. And my heart skipped a beat. Lying at my feet, groaning in agony, sobbing in despair. Powerless, helpless, hopeless. A vision forever seared into my soul. Oh! There was nothing I would not do to feel that joy again. To bend this cruel, twisted world to my whims. Now, having borne witness to my life's work, have you aught to say to me? "'Twas kind of you to lend me your ear, my lord. But now it is time for us to conclude our little tete-a-tete with a final game of chance. Who shall stand, and who shall fall? Let the die be cast."
This was her plan from the first, to bring the keep down on our heads!
Thank God.
I will
Finally.
remember your words. We must flee. Order our forces to withdraw.
Oh boy. They better make it out.
Go, my lord! While you still can! I cannot hold it forever!
No! We will not leave you behind!
Do your duty! Deliver Lord Hien and the others to safety! Now! Forthwith! I shall manage on my own!
Are you fucking kidding me? This chick.
Kosetsu!
No. No one leaves. Not you or anyone else.
Please die. Please.
'Tis naught this old frame cannot bear. Go now, all of you! The day is won, and the morrow beckons.
I'm saying this isn't over.
Do not despair, my friend. Never before have I felt so alive. My eyes unclouded, my purpose clear. This is right.
Gosetsu. You never failed us. Not once. You served my father faithfully. And I'm a better man for your guidance. And the Doma we build together shall be better for it too. Be proud, my friend. Be proud.
Oh, Gosetsu.
I am, Shun. More than you know.
Oh, he called him by his real name too.
You cast the die. Gambling was never my vice.
How merciful the gods that I should find you in time.
God damn it.
Kosetsu? We must turn back now before it is too late.
Eyes forward, Cyrano. That was his wish.
I will deliver you to safety. The others are waiting.
Don't you ... me. Oh, Tataru's not here, so somebody's gotta be crying in the background. I don't want to talk about it, please. I don't want to talk about it. I see. Yeah. Thank you. The occupation is ended then, and the people must be informed of their victory. But I will not simply give up Gosetsu for lost. Before aught else, we must needs search the ruins. Allow me, my friends. The castle is still collapsing into the river, and could easily drag you into your deaths. I can navigate the waters easily, without fear of drowning. Be reasonable, brother. You know he's right. Teha, a word if I may. My lord withdraws into himself, unable to turn his thoughts from the keep. He needs us now more than ever. My friends, I am returned. I swam as far into the ruins as I could. And did you find him? Nay, lady, naught remained of the keep for me to search. Undermined from below and shaken from above, the manner of its collapse was most unusual. If the floor beneath him gave way before the rest, it is not impossible that he could have been sent tumbling into the river. But the water is thick and silt in debris. Despite my best efforts, I could not find him. I'm sorry. There's naught for which you should apologize. Thank you, Soroban, for taking it upon yourself to search. The castle is in ruins, and the people are eager to learn of the fate of their nation. We leave at once. Are you sure, my lord? The day is won, and the morrow beckons. It falls to us to greet it. I'm going down to the docks to see if I can't get one of the Confederate ships to take us to the Enclave. Mayhap we should tell the others at the House of the Fierce to gather there. Magni and Saru know not of what happened in the castle. I will go and tell them. They fought valiantly and with honor, Serena. I pray you tell them that as well. You too, my friend, were instrumental in its triumph. I must insist that you be present when we bring these tidings to my people. You all look like shite. Yeah. Well, the captain thought you might need a ride to the Enclave. Ready to come aboard? On you go then. Sit wherever you like. I don't know what happened in there, but it's over. You won. That's cause enough for celebration, and those people you're about to see need something to celebrate.
We brought everyone here. You were the last to arrive.
I see. Thank you. We owe the Confederacy a great debt.
I have waited 25 years for this moment. You owe us naught.
Look! It's Lord Hien!
Lord Hien!
It's him! He lives! He lives!
Some few words of encouragement would not go amiss, my lord.
Right. Yes, of course.
Off you trot then.
Forgive me. This is rather more daunting than I had anticipated. But you are right. I must be strong. Wish me luck.
Good luck.
We are a sorry lot, are we not? Tired, dirty, stinking of blood and sweat and ash. A people pushed to the point of breaking. And yet, we won. The perseverance to endure decades of oppression. The will to carry on the legacy of those we have lost. These were the bonds that held us together and gave us the strength to reclaim our home. After 25 hard years, the shadow of the Empire no longer darkens these lands, and we may at last look forward to the dawning of a new day. But, my friends, it will be a day of work. So I ask you, have you yet the strength to stand? To rise up with me once more, here and now, and begin to rebuild our homeland?
Lord Ian!
Doma! Doma!
This will not end with Doma. We will see to that, right, Lise?
Yeah, that was good. I'm glad they have hope again. 25 years. That's a long time. Honored hero, you seek passage across the One River. I do. Are you quite certain that you would not prefer to stay a while longer? There are sure to be festivities, at which you would be guest of honor, like as not. Very well. There are other ways in which we might celebrate, by rejoining the fight for freedom in Girabania for one. Short though our time here has been, we have all come to regard this land and her people as our own, I think. We have done that which we came here to do. Word of Doma's liberation will soon spread throughout the Empire, and we must seize this opportunity to rekindle the fires of liberation in the West. We dare not allow the Imperials to a moment's respite, lest they march on Doma again. For the sake of all concerned, we should leave immediately. Did I hear you right? You're leaving? I'm afraid so. We've got our own battle to fight. What about you? Will you be heading back to the steppe? Yes, the war here is ended and there's no cause to remain. The Ornir and Dorthal are already withdrawn. I will follow them anon, but I wish to bid you farewell first. The Blue too must return to their homes, but we will be back. Doma has need of merchants and builders, and we are eager to offer our services. Just like that, our grand fellowship is broken. Without ceremony or pomp, you steal off into the dark? No matter. We have plenty to be getting on with. Places to be, people to rob, and so on. and the captain never was one for mingling. I'm a pirate. Give me a song at the tavern, and I will be happy. Hobnobbing with the Lord Hien, nay. No taste for the finer things. In any event, we need not part ways here. If you're for Kugane, we would be happy to take you. Her waters have always been fruitful. I wish you well on your journey, my friends. May you ever walk in crimson. Thank you, Serena, for everything. May the Kami speed you on your way until we meet again. Bye, Serena. Yeah. I still hear his voice. My ears haven't stopped ringing since he first barged his way into the Rising Stones. A veritable force of nature. Yeah, he was. Yeah, he was. In a way, this too feels like a homecoming. Yeah. Have everything? Good. We'll need to weigh anchor before Sekisugumi arrive. From the bottom of my heart, I thank you for what you did. Give my regards to the old Uldan. I shall. I informed Tataru of our coming. She and Hancock should be waiting for us in the Ruby Bazaar. Then it is here we part ways. Best of luck to you and yours in your piratical endeavors, I suppose. You should join us in Limsa Lominsa. There's a lot of pirates there. Wait, what is this? Access to the Kugane Doria markets. Still to all the Aetheryte shards in Kugane, the Ruby Price and the Kugane airship landing are now accessible. Really? I could have sworn I did all the Aether the Aether shards for Kugane. Wild. Okay. Well, good thing I touched it then. Welcome back, everyone, and congratulations on a job well done. It's a pleasure as ever to see your smiling face, Tataru. Less so yours, Hancock, though Rashu and I are sincerely grateful for your assistance. The pleasure was all mine, Master Alphino, I assure you. Anyway, you'll be glad to hear that I've already chartered passage for you back to Limsa Lominsa. The ship is to leave port this very day, but the captain has agreed to wait until the 4 of you have boarded. The 4 of us? You mean to say you mean to stay here in Kugane? Yes, I gave it some thought and I realized that even with Doma free, there's still a need for a woman in the middle. Maybe even more than before, considering all the friends and alliances you've made. As I told her many times before, I will be more than willing to assist you. And as I told you many times before, I am not about to let you worm your way into our affairs and exploit our connections for your personal gain. Must you always presume the worst? So there you have it. I will remain here for now, you needn't worry. I'm a regular at the hostelry and a half-dozen other local institutions. Everyone loves me. I mean, you're not wrong. Tataru loves the bars. So go. Don't let me keep you. Buy your supplies and souvenirs while you still can. When you finish, make haste to the docks. Pier number 2 to be precise. I'll be waiting for you there. Yeah, she's Tataru is definitely a lot more assertive these days. First to arrive as always. Hopefully the others will not be far behind. Buy your souvenirs, kids. We out.
Ah, there you are. All packed and ready to go?
To the best of my knowledge, yes. Apologies for the wait. The task of tying up loose ends invariably takes longer than one allows. Happily, however, all now seems to be in order.
Then there's nothing left to do but to board the ship. Do try and enjoy the journey, won't you? It may be your last chance to rest for a while.
That would depend on the good captain's choice of route.
As ever, Tataru, I pray you take all due precautions while making your inquiries. Better to avoid the local authorities altogether than risk a repeat of our Ishgardian episode.
Uh-huh.
And what
yeah, she's
sordid
great.
episode is this, pray tell?
Oh, she don't know. Oh, she doesn't know.
Not to speak of, I assure you.
I'll tell you later, Alice. Don't worry about it.
Ship.
What are you two doing here? Shouldn't you be in Doma?
Shouldn't you? You left with nary a word. We half wondered if I had done something to offend.
Upon learning that you had departed for Kugane, we immediately resolved to give chase. Our comrades can manage affairs in our absence, and it seemed the least we could do.
You mean you came all this way just to say goodbye?
That too, aye. But there was something else I felt I had to say. You helped us win our freedom, and for that I cannot thank you enough. Accordingly, after we have established an interim government and so forth, I think it only meet that we repay the favor by dispatching our own forces to Eorzea. If you would have us.
We harbored no expectations of such generous aid. And as there is no telling when the Empire might strike back at you, would it not be wiser to concentrate your resources on the defense of Doma?
I had a mind to pursue a more aggressive defense, to which we will send forth shinobi to provinces far and wide to spread word of our victory, that we might inspire others to take up arms as we did. Even the Empire has its limits. If the Garleans cannot be certain where and when the next rebellion will take place, how can they commit another force to Doma? And besides, so long as this debt remains unpaid, how am I to face myself in Gorsetzer?
As you wish. I will relay your offer to the Eorzean Alliance.
All of Doma is counting on you to finish what we have started. You have it in you, Lys, to seize the future you want. Never forget.
I won't, Hien. Not your words or anything else. Everything that led us here, that will drive us forward, I'll carry it with me always. And that's a promise.
I will hold you to that. Go with them to Eorzea. Tell their people of our triumph and of our pledge to stand with them.
By your leave, I shall pave the way for our new alliance.
Hurry up, you lot! The ship's about to weigh anchor!
It seems our time is at an end. Go well, my friends. And may we meet again beneath a western sky.
It feels kind of like goodbye, but I mean, I'm just gonna Aetheryte Crystal right back whenever I feel like it. Meanwhile, in the Royal Palace of Alamigo.
I always knew that woman was unfit for command.
Oh, we talking about... Okay.
Aye, when you think of all the resources we'd poured into that hole, and for what?
Shit.
The beast yet lives. Mayhap it is time I sharpen my claws. I wonder, will you walk into my parlor once more?
For Dolorem Lupus, come at the command of the Lord Viceroy to present the prisoner taken by the Cranier Lupi.
Really? They took her.
Xenosier Galvus, I presume. It's true what they say. You do have the eyes of a monster. A ravenous, insatiable fiend.
You know he can kick you like a football, right? With his shoulders.
You, give the butcher your weapon.
Give the butcher your weapon.
Yes, my lord.
Oh boy. I thought they...
This is...
I thought they, the soldier he killed was her, but in the suit. And then she walked in. It's like, oh, okay.
A reward given in recognition of your service. I trust it will prove more capable than its former owner.
I swear, I'll not disappoint you, my lord.
Good. Now, silence that mewling little piglet. I would not hear another sound pass her lips. Until I strip the fat from her.
Oh no. You better not. Compared to Kugani's vivid colors, Limsa Lominsa seems a bit lacking. Still beautiful in its own way, but not as much as before. Honestly, Alphino, you took the words right out of my mouth. Like, that's exactly how I feel. Every time I have to compare Kugani with Limsa, I'm like, damn, I didn't think something prettier looking of a city would exist until Kugani came around. Yeah, it feels like a lifetime. Okay. Back to Eorzea at last, ready to pick up where we left off and finish the fight. We're not who we were when we left. We're stronger, wiser. So let's do it. Let's go back to Alamigo and defeat Xenos once and for all. Sure. Catch me if you can. The return. Tehalamai the Returned. Here we are, home at last. I must say the journey passed more quickly than I expected. That would be due to the absence of otherworldly interference, I expect. What? Alphino, calm down. You keep flinching every time Alice talks to you. Relax. I should be glad if we did not speak of that unpleasantness again. But in spite of all that and more, we return better for the experience, and more importantly, triumphant. Indeed. And with Doma freed of Imperial oppression, it's only right that we turn our thoughts to the plight of Alamigo. Well, I'm all for that, obviously, but I think you should go see the refugees at Revenant's Toll before doing anything else. They'll be thrilled to hear what we've accomplished, and it sounds best coming from you. Thank you. I shall do as you suggest. Meanwhile, Merwood. I see I'm not too late. I can't do her voice, but I'm just gonna do a weird one anyways. Admiral, what are you doing here? The East Cardinal Trading Company informed me of your impending arrival. I have tidings I thought best to share with you in person. From Garabania? Aye, the Alliance still holds the wall, despite several Imperial counterattacks, but we have been unable to press further into occupied territory. Commander Kemp and his men, meanwhile, have made great strides toward rebuilding their depleted ranks. They have even taken it upon themselves to attempt some few operations, with mixed results. I'm sorry to say, 'twas a complication rising from one such venture which moved me to seek you out. During a mission to transport wounded resistance fighters to the Rising Stones, Cryel Baldessian was taken prisoner. Cryel? Do they know where she's being held? They do not, but your comrades were informed at once, and I'm told Thancred is in Girabania looking for her as we speak. How could this have happened? We must seek out Thancred without delay. Nay, Cryel taught me better than that. It would be unwise to act without first acquiring a full understanding of the situation. Thank you for informing us. Tired though we may be, we must make haste to Castramorians. Pray excuse us, Admiral, Lady Yugiri. Alright, what's going on here then? There you are. You've heard the news? In broad strokes from Admiral Blofhiswin. What the fuck? What happened? Cryel and a squadron of resistance fighters were escorting Y'shtola and several other wounded to the Rising Stones for further treatment, when they were ambushed by Imperial forces. Arenvald and his men fought valiantly, but in the chaos. I will make no excuses. We failed to protect her. Do not be so hard on yourself. You protected Y'shtola and the others, did you not? Tell us about the attack. It was the skulls. They knew a path across the wall we hadn't found. We thought we were safe once we reached the Black Shroud. We weren't expecting an ambush. During the fighting, I caught a glimpse of their leader's memories. It was all planned. The advantage of having a walker in the field. Not as strong in the echo as Teha is, of course. Half the time, it's enough to knock me on my arse. Like I've taken a dose of concentrated aether. So you walked in Fordola's memories. What did you see? A woman promised the world. Education, training, citizenship. All that and more if she but sold her soul. A traitor to her people, a pretender to her masters. It was Xenos himself that gave the order. Told her to return with Kryal Baldessian alive. Our agents have been carefully monitoring Imperial communications since the attack, but have yet to intercept any transmissions making reference to Kryal or her current whereabouts. If their orders were to bring Kryal back alive, we can save her if we move quickly enough. As you say, time is of the essence, which is why I intend to slip past enemy lines and see what information I can uncover on my own. In the meantime, it's up to you and our allies to command the Imperial's undivided attention. Lots of shouting and explosions and so forth. Keep them distracted, and I will find her. Very well. I wish I could do more to aid you, but I understand. Commander Kemp is on his way to the castrum as we speak for a meeting with General Alden. If you hurry, you could find him on the road and discuss the situation beforehand. I think Teja and I are going to go see Conrad like he suggested. You all wait here. Okay, Lise. I guess I'm coming with you. Well, well, isn't this a pleasant surprise? Fills my heart with joy to see the two of you hale and healthy. Welcome home, Lise, Teja. I'm sure you've heard about Kryal by now. That's why we're here. Still not sure what to think about it, but we'll save her. We'll definitely save her somehow. I've no doubt that you will. You look stronger for your time in the Far East, lass, and that's good news for Kryal. I'd like to think so, but enough about me. How is everything with you and the Resistance? Better than when you last saw us, and no mistake. Arenvald's been a godsend. Him and Manago and all the other Youngbloods have achieved so much in such a short time. We've been blessed to receive the support of the Flames Alamegan Brigade, who've been instrumental in freeing our countrymen from labor camps throughout Girabania, as well as some political prisoners from the city proper, believe it or not. Together with the refugees returning from Ul'dah and elsewhere, we've had no shortage of able-bodied men and women eager to join the cause. I knew you wouldn't stop fighting, even after what happened at the Reach. Force of habit, I suppose. Though we've come a long way, we still have far to go, but we'll fight for every ilm, and sooner or later we'll get to Alamigo. Listen to me, prattling on when we should be making haste to Castromorians. There's no point in you telling me everything now when you'll only have to say it all again in the Flame General's benefit. You're right. I'll go on ahead and tell the others that you're not far off. Alright, Pip. You've spoken with Thancred then. Good. Take heart. If anyone can track her down, it's him. I believe I hear Commander Kemp's party approaching. If you're ready to address Father and the others, let's be about it. Ralger's Beacon. That thumbnail though. That's epic. There you are. And there's Commander Kemp, I see. I know you're eager to speak of our next move, but we would first hear more of your last. Tell us of your deeds in Doma. Well, have a seat. We got some shit to say.
Pray, join me in welcoming our Scion allies, but recently returned from their mission to the Far East. We have been most eager to hear a first-hand account of your time there, eventful as we understand it was.
Very well. Allow me.
Such victories are rarely won without sacrifice, but the prize is worth the price. Doma, free after all these years.
Yeah. 'Tis true. 'Tis true.
Bloody hells. Flooding their own castle for a better chance at victory. We could learn a thing or two from that lad.
Well, don't do it when it's
Our
gonna come
agents
on
report
top
a
of
flurry
you.
of communications between Garlemald and Alamigo in recent days. 'Tis plain they are in the midst of deliberating their response to the Doman uprising.
Good. Every Imperial unit in occupied territory will be on the lookout for civil unrest. The fear of leaving critical locations undefended will make commanders think twice about committing their forces, giving us a chance to seize the initiative.
We have a chance, aye. Mayhap the last one we're ever going to get. While we've done our best to rebuild the resistance, the Imperials have only increased their efforts to root out sympathizers. If we keep on playing for smaller prizes, it's only a matter of time before they crush us again. And that we won't come back from.
A swift advance seems best for all concerned, not least poor Mistress Kryl.
Then let us waste no more time. The campaign for Alamigan liberation begins now.
Ah, shit.
Our first objective will be to capture Castellum Veladina. Take the bridge, and the whole of the fringes will be ours. From there, we can push east towards the peaks. I name this operation Rulga's Beacon. For as Rulga once sent his star to guide our ancestors to these lands, so too shall it see us home.
Also, the voice actor for Pippin, it doesn't sound like Pippin's voice actor's changed at all since Realm Reborn. Sounds like he's been the same guy. The success of this operation is paramount, so long as the Empire holds Castellum Velodina, the main host cannot advance. Xenos knows this, which is why he has ordered Fordola and her men to see to the bridge's defense. So we'll get to fight the skulls again. The Butcher is not to be underestimated. She's decisive, ruthless, feared by foes and friends alike, but we have a plan to defeat her. First, we send an alliance force down the main road, signaling our intention to mount an all-out assault. The garrison will muster their forces and prepare for a protracted battle. However, they will soon find that we are ill-prepared for their counterattack. Our men will begin to break ranks and flee. I see. Show them your backs and give them a target too tempting not to pursue. Aye. Fordola is too aggressive not to press for the advantage. She will order her men to give chase. What the hell is this guy doing in the background? Corner of my eye, it's just some dude squatting. We'll lure them as far as East End, where the commanders will rally their forces and attempt to hold their ground. If all goes to plan, we should be able to keep the greater part of their garrison occupied, leaving us to tackle the bridge's remaining defenders. Very clever, I'm sure. But what are we to do if the Imperials smell a rat and return before we've taken the place? I don't need you to take Veladina, Commander Kemp. All I need for you is to fly your flag from its tower. You mean to trick them into believing that the bridge has fallen? Aye. We convince them Veladina is lost, hit them hard with our reinforcements, and watch them go running for the hills. Then when the dust is settled, we regroup at the Castellum. What say you? It's a bold plan, but a good one. We'll do it. In that case, we shall support both the Resistance and the Alliance forces. Teja, Lys, Arenvald, I ask that you accompany Commander Kemp. Alice and I will remain with the Flame General. We will return to Ralgar's Reach and make our preparations. As soon as they are complete, we will join you in the field. Godspeed. In case you haven't noticed, the flag flying above Veladina is bloody massive. It'd take a dozen men to change it, and far too long besides. But there's no need for all that, right, Minago? Not so long as I have my griffin and a satchel of glamour prisms, no. Arvald, you're in charge of the runners between us and the Alliance. No link pearls. Lise, I want you to look in on the squadrons. Make sure they've got everything they need. Everybody clear? Aye, sir. All forces are to depart for Castellum Corvi when ready. That'll be all. Teja, stay with me a moment, if you would. There's a few men that I'd like you to look in on personally. Each of them has lost people, and I can tell that it weighs in on their hearts. There have been a lot of new faces since you were here, so it's best if I just tell you where to look. One's an officer you'll find in the barber. Another's an older fellow who likes to pass the time on the shore of Starfall. The last is a fiery young lad from Little Alamigo, who I'm told trains by himself by the river in the fringes. You'll know them when you see them. Come and find me when you've finished. I say, if it isn't the lad who helped me find the ward I misplaced. Ah, but there I go again, treating you as an equal. It wasn't until after you'd gone that one of my comrades pulled me aside and told me it was only the bleeding hero of Eorzea who had taken time out of his busy day to help me. Well, what's done is done, but know that I will fight with every ounce of my strength in this coming battle, and the next and the next. Mayhap that will serve to repay the favor. Fare you well. Benelemi of the Maelstrom, it's an honor to meet you. Was living hand to mouth in Ul'dah, but decided to enlist in the flames after I heard tales of your daring do. And now as fate would have it, I've been sent here to join the fight for my homeland's liberation. Ah, but this is no time to talk. I've got to prepare for the operation. Take care, Lieutenant. We'll give those Imperial whore sons what for. Oh, with that fork-like lance you've got rocking there, you're about to shove a whole lot of something up there, whore sons. Again with the fucking squatting. I just realized that hoodie reminds me of Cryel a little bit. Teja, am I right? I doubt you remember me, but I'll never forget you. Saved my life in Little Alamigo, you did. Wilred and the rest of us had got into our heads that if we had enough crystals, we could summon Ralgar and like the Amalja summoned their god. Thankfully, you put a stop to it. Ever hear about what happened to Wilred? Joined the Braves when they came calling, only to turn up dead one day. I know, I found him dead. Unfortunately. Never found out how or why, but I reckon it doesn't matter. Dead's dead after all. Ah, well. But at least he died doing what he thought was right, and maybe that's the best folks like us can hope for, eh? Not that I'm in any hurry, mind. I step on your plans. Got a word with me I mentioned then. As I'm sure you've noticed, they've another thing in common aside from tragedy. You've touched each of their lives in one way or another. But that's not the reason I wanted you to speak with them. A man who's lived in Girabania his entire life, who bore witness to the realities of the occupation for 20 unbroken years. A man who fled Alamigo in search of a new life, who swore to serve another nation, only for fate to conspire to send him back here. A youth born on foreign soil, who never knew his parents' homeland, yet nevertheless felt kinship with our cause. 3 men, 3 stories, 3 reasons. Yet all belong to the Resistance. In growing larger, we've grown more diverse. And while there is good in that, there's also the potential for strife and discord. It would take a special sort to lead such men in Alamigo, don't you think? That bottom one. For now, but not forever. And to be frank, I don't always know what to say to the ones who left, not to mention the youths. Nay, the Resistance needs a leader with a wider view, someone who's not lived their whole life in Garabania, who's known death and hardship but not been ground down by them. I, as you may have guessed, have been thinking of asking Lise, but it'll be her decision in the end. I trust I needn't say that this little conversation is just between you and me. Good lad. Right then, we'd best head to Castellum Corvi, or remains of it rather. Oh, we about to fight then? Is it happening? We'll lead the way while the other units launch their own separate attacks. Remember that we need to hold out until Manago sees to the flag. Got your gear in order? Any moment now.
It's begun then.
It's begun.
Good. It's the waiting that drives me mad. Standing around, knowing what's to come. I'll never get used to it.
Calm down, Nago. You're making her nervous. We've come this far, haven't we? We just need to make it the rest of the way.
Right.
Looks like the bastards went for the bait. The bridge is ours for the taking. Now remember, Manago, I want you to make for the tower as soon as you see an opening and get that flag flying. We'll see to the fighting.
I won't let you down, sir.
Nice.
Come then. Rolga's star shall burn bright this day.
Alright, what's my goal? What's my goal? Who do I need to protect? Who do I need to kill? Gotta reach Veladina before General Alden and his men are overwhelmed. Alright, kill the scouts.
Here it comes!
Alright. Use those fire on Nago. Okay, then kill the cannons first then.
Take this!
Take out the small guys first. Think you're clever with all your little tricks? Think again. None of you are leaving here alive. Oh, we get to fight her now? Sweet. I think those are meant to go a direction and then, yeah. I remember that from, I'm pretty sure you see that in a Paladin questline. That didn't do much. Yeah. When she's doing Gunblade, I guess just stay in the center, that's the best way about it.
Meet my new friend!
What friend? Weird, making friends with the letter of the alphabet.
I'll cut you to pieces!
Ah, I got her. Nago made it. We only got to hold on a little longer. Good.
God damn you! No more running! No more hiding! Let's finish this! Look! The flag!
Damn, she got really high up.
The bridge is ours! Al amigo! Al amigo! Al amigo! Yeah!
Oh, that scream was very Yarhar cough wheeze. Yar!
Stand your ground! It's not over yet! Damn it!
Wait, that's not allowed. She's not a ninja.
Let them go, Lise. We've done what we came here to do. That's enough for now.
Ooh.
Villadina is fallen? Impossible!
We have them on the run! Forward! No mercy!
Regroup! Regroup! We have to regroup! All units, fall back!
It's so like the power flags. It's so Halo with its like grab
Commander,
the flag and
the
bring it back
fourth
to
cohort has
your
been
base.
routed. We'll be at the mercy of the enemy's reinforcements if we don't fall back now.
It's like if you are near the flag or your opponent's near the flag, you lose. And it's like, I mean, it's just a flag, but there's power in it.
Idiot! We have the stronger force by far. Don't be taken in by their tricks. Or would you rather tell Xenos you lost to this rabble?
No, but if the snakes betray us in the confusion, we'll have no way out. I'm begging you, Commander. Give the order, or we'll all die here.
As common traitors who drank of muddied waters. For all the good it did us.
School's with me! The day is theirs, and so is this bastard bridge. Someone bring the snake.
Yeah, there's certainly power flags, like how the English one makes me feel rage. Yeah. It's a shame Fordola got away, but we did what we came here to do. I have to remind myself it's just the first step, but it's a big one. We're gonna take it back, all of it. One ilm at a time if we have to. Still a chance that some Imperials are holed up inside the Castellum. We'll need to search it top to bottom to be sure it's safe. In the meantime, I want you to rendezvous with the main host. Keep your weapons at the ready. There's a chance you might come face to face with soldiers on the run, en route. On second thought, it might be prudent for you to do a preemptive sweep of the region for soldiers that have gone to ground. We shouldn't afford them any time to regroup and launch a counterattack. But you've judged your work to be done. When you've judged your work to be done, report to General Alden in Bittermill. Search the fringes for remnants of the Imperial Army. You know what? I need my Warkson with me. Well met. All is well at the bridge. Good, good. The fighting has died down here too, as you can see. We could have been left but a moment ago with a contingent of troops to occupy Veldina. If and when the Imperials return, they'll find us dug in behind their own walls. Could not have hoped for a better outcome, General. Splendidly done. Let's not get ahead of ourselves. It'll take more than one Castellum to turn the tide. My men and I will deal with the remaining enemy forces. Scions, I bid you return to Commander Kemp and his men. I mean, I didn't first have sex until out of high school. It's strange how kids think that's such an important thing to do so young. Yeah. Our work here is finished. Our resistance allies are waiting. Back so soon? I suppose the general and his men had matters well in hand. The vice marshal and his men showed up not long after you left. If the gods are good, there'll be no one left to fight. I know you're not one for waiting, but if you'll bear with us. Commander Kemp, Marshal Turpin reports that the sweep of the Castellum's interior has been completed. So it's finally over, eh? Pray extend to him my deepest thanks. I thought not many guys were boasting about it. Too scared of people thinking they weren't straight for having sex with me. Yeah, I guess that's, they would keep their mouth shut on that. It's official then. Castellum Villadina is well and truly ours. Mayhap this calls for... Wait, where's Manago? She took her bird and flew off towards Peering Stones, the village of the M tribe, where she was born. I doubt the Imperials who fled Villadina had a mind to give them trouble on their way back east, but she was nevertheless worried, so I gave her leave to go and see that her people were safe. Though I pray you're right, 'twould be best if Manago were not alone she should encounter the enemy. Agreed, let's all go to the Peering Stones and make sure that everything is alright. If that is your wish, then I have no objection. Just let the guard know when you wish to cross. Greetings, Scion. Do you wish to pass? Finally getting to the other side of all this. And it's a new Aetheryte crystal. Okay. Oh, I was supposed to talk to them. Derp. I thought I was actually just supposed to get there. Path to the village is through the tunnel just east of here. Follow me. Right. I touch. Hopefully everything's alright in this town.
Ah, you've come. Welcome, friends, to my village. My home.
How fare your people?
Good, all things considered. Better than the Ananta at any rate. They've sent an emissary. I'll take you to her.
We're here to help. Will you tell us what happened?
Aye. It began with a quarrel between the Imperials and the Kaliana.
Oh shit. I don't remember if I've ever heard their species talk before.
The Kaliana are another Ananta tribe. The strongest and the most influential. Unlike the Vera, they want no part of our troubles. They swore fealty to the Empire, and were content to remain within their borders.
So, the Kaliana forsook their pride in the fight and yielded to Garlemald long ago. But then a new commander was sent to hold the Black Bridge. She demanded the Kaliana surrender a hostage, this butcher.
Fordola. It doesn't make sense, though. The Vera are the ones working with the Resistance. Why would she threaten the Kaliana?
Because she is ignorant like all Imperials. She knows not the difference between Kaliana and Vera, nor does she care to learn.
I see. All Fordola knew for sure was that the Resistance would come from the west. She reasoned, therefore, that if the Ananta on the east bank turned their coats, she would be trapped. I take it the Kaliana had no choice but to oblige her.
No, they did not. The Imperials left with the Kaliana broodmother's own daughter, Anamika. Long days and nights she looked out on the Black Bridge weeping for her child. Until you came. The broodmother knew at once which way the winds would blow. She and her warriors met with the fleeing Imperials in the road and demanded that her daughter be returned.
Bad idea. Fordola's not the kind to take threats lying down.
The butcher turned her blade to Anamika and bade the Kaliana move aside. The Kaliana surrounded the Imperials, one of whom, whether out of fear or stupidity, cut the child down. There was naught that could be done.
What madness.
The true madness was yet to come. For in her despair, the Kaliana broodmother cried out for her daughter to be restored to life. She beseeched Sri Lakshmi's intercession.
She summoned a primal then and there?
That she did, if only for an instant. Bereft of courage and honor, the broodmother sought solace in her faith. The Imperials fled in terror at the sight of the goddess, abandoning these lands to the Ananta. Now the Kaliana bid us make pilgrimage to pay proper respects. Yet though we Vera revere Sri Lakshmi as the holiest of the holy, we will not prostrate ourselves before her.
And so you turn to us?
Aye. All who have fought with the Resistance have heard tell of the warrior, the Icon Slayer.
I believe we have heard enough. Inconvenient though the timing may be, if a primal has indeed been summoned, we can scarce afford to ignore it. We must needs discuss how best to resolve this situation.
At the risk of sounding hopelessly naive, there may be yet a way to avoid a violent confrontation. In the past, I fear I've been rather too willing to accept that we have no other recourse than to risk our lives, or rather your life, to address these threats. Yet the primals we've faced thus far have demonstrated a variety of temperaments and objectives. Ravana may delight in battle, but Ramu would sooner keep to the forest with his children. Ere we decide to challenge Sri Lakshmi, it would seem wise to learn more of her nature from those who summoned her onto this world. If that is your will, then so be it. To the north, you will find our village, Sarisha shall unfold all. We shall leave at once. Minago, can you inform our comrades at the bridge of what happened? Of course. Be safe, my friends. Hi. We do not often receive guests. What is the purpose of your visit? Greetings and well met. We are the Scions of the Seventh Dawn, and we come seeking Sarisha of the Vera. You are she, are you not? You have petitioned us for aid and succor, and we intend to provide them, but we would first learn more of Sri Lakshmi, that we might better understand the nature of the threat that she poses to you. A simple request, and one which I shall gladly oblige. In the beginning was Sri Lakshmi. We were created in her image, daughters blessed with her beauty. Her breath became ours, her serenity our solace. There is naught she would not give. 'Twas the Kalyana broodmother's desire to bring about her daughter's resurrection, which first called forth Sri Lakshmi from the ether. That being the case, I'd rather doubt the goddess would be spoiling for a fight. That would depend. The primal's motives will have been colored by the summoner's state of mind, namely that of a grieving mother who had just borne witness to her daughter's murder. Though she apparently craved the miracle, she may also have harbored thoughts of vengeance. Moreover, Kalyana's conception of Sri Lakshmi may differ from that of the Vera. This is true. The Vera and the Kalyana do indeed regard the Lady of Bliss with different ways. To the Vera, Sri Lakshmi embodies freedom. She would not suffer her daughters to be bound by another's will. And so we stand with the resistance against the Empire and give our lives for the cause. To the Kalyana, however, she embodies transcendental beauty, which they strive to create through their craft. To shape crystal is less art and more ritual, sacred duty wherein each tribute is imbued with a fragment of the soul. The Imperials do not interfere with this holy work, and so the Kalyana were content to turn inward and ignore our plight. Until reality asserted itself, and they summon a primal, a fevered dream do soothe their aching hearts. But surely they can see that it won't do any good. The Imperials will still rule these lands. Nothing will change. The Ananta will. The Kalyana bade Vera make pilgrimage to pay proper respects, remember? Those who do not wish to partake of their primal's bliss will be made to do so. Not while we're around, they won't. Though our beliefs are not the same, we're still kin to the Kalyana. Will you help them see reason? Then we shall, for without you, we may be powerless to stop them. If we do not act quickly, more lives will be lost, more families torn apart, more children made to suffer. Then it's settled. We're going to find that primal and put an end to this. My sister Vajra will... My sister Vagine will guide you to Dejan's cot, and I shall pray for your success. Well met, Scions. I'm Vajra, she who shines bright and unbroken. I stand ready. We leave upon your command. The Lady of Bliss. You are ready? You look ready. Man, what's that supposed to mean? John Cott. There you will find Kalyana's crystals and Sri Lakshmi. Follow me. The John Cot. The path leads to an entrance above. Within is an aetheryte. You must use it to enter. Understood? With me, everyone.
Why, mistress? Why does my Anamika slumber still?
Look thee on her face, supplicant. Thy prayer hath been answered. Flesh sundered hath been made whole. Blood spilt runneth through her veins. Breath stolen filleth her breast.
But she hears not her mother's words, nor sees her mother's face. She's silent and empty.
Only the vessel may be remade. Not so the flame which flickered within. Her soul hath been scattered to the four winds.
Alice, have you gone mad?
Mayhap I have, but I refuse to stand by and watch yet another tragedy unfold.
I know why, and I get Alice because she went through the BS with Titan and trying to console a poor kid. So I get where she's coming from.
Who intrudes upon this sacred ground? Imperials, thirsting for blood.
No! We come not to shed blood, but to save you from the false god who would lead you astray. I understand how you feel. I do. You loved her with all your heart, but when the moment came, you still couldn't save her. The anguish, the anger, I know it only too well. But I also know where this path leads. To embrace a primal is to condemn yourself to an endless cycle of despair. You will never know peace.
A worm-eaten heart may find peace and serenity in service, in beauty and grace. This hath ever been my promise. Naught else.
You tempt them with visions of things that can never be and leave them bereft and wanting. No illusion, however sweet, can change the fact that your daughter is gone. Remember her as she was. Do not suffer this piteous shade to tarnish her memory.
For every prayer that primal answers, it'll demand payment in kind. Do you have any idea how many more Ananta will die to feed its hunger for crystals?
They would have thee suffer man's spite and live in fear. Far better to dwell in my beauteous dream than endure so ugly a reality.
She's wrong! We hate the Empire as much as you, if you just listen!
Poor, misguided children. I would spare you the torments of this cruel and misshapen world. Come, bask in my radiance. Let it fill your hearts and free you from your burdens.
Oh shit. Hey, I got power too.
Leave these lands and my dreamers be. I will not warn you a second time.
I know, it was stupid and foolish, but I had to try, Teja. I had to. I had to try, and I failed. So you have to fight. There's no other way. It means a lot to hear you say that. It does. But it doesn't make it any easier to have to ask you to face that thing. We can but do that which is within our power, at least. Alphino and I will go and seize the crystal stores. This will not happen again. And you, when it's finished, we will be waiting for you. Hey, we're in. Cool.
Open your hearts to me.
Oh, one of the DPS just jumped off. So rip to that guy.
Rest your weary souls in my bosom.
So apparently I was right to use it at this point, but we have to keep collecting the orbs.
Free you from your hate! Surrender to bliss. Do not your souls weigh heavy?
They're saying, oh shit, I don't know what this means. Ugh. Okay. Alright, we're mostly still alive. That's fine.
Your souls are stained.
Down to half health.
I shall free you from your hate! Surrender to bliss. Your souls are food.
Oh, LB3. God. We got this.
Do not your souls weigh heavy?
Yes! Got it. that DPS had a real fun time dying quite a bit. But it's all good. Let's see what happens.
You did it again. You saved them. I just wish I could have been more help. So, it looks like the Ananta did have a mountain of crystals after all. Like every other tribe. Gods were all such slaves to our weaknesses.
You slew our mistress! She was our hope, our salvation! Is there no end to your cruelty?
Listen to me, please. I know that you're only trying to protect yourselves because you feel frightened and alone. But that's how we all feel. Don't you see? If we could just turn to each other for help instead of the gods, I'm sure we could find a way to live in peace. Your crystals are important to you, aren't they? Reflections of your souls, right? Well, you shouldn't have to sacrifice something so precious to a primal.
Who are you to question our choice? You who fight without fear? We wish only to live in peace. And if this be the price we must pay, then so be it!
I know there's nothing I can say to convince you. But I hope that one day you look back and see we only ever wanted the same thing.
Begone, damn you! Spare me your hollow words, and leave me to mourn.
I'll go. But it doesn't mean I'm giving up. Girabania is our home too. And one way or another, we're going to have to learn to live together. Come on. Alphino and Alize are waiting.
Meanwhile, in the royal palace,
Ah, the savage returns, and with her tail firmly between her legs, beaten by beastmen, I hear.
It was a shameful display, by all accounts. She may have curried the Viceroy's favor with her bold promises, but in the end, she's just another plodding bungler like the rest of her kind.
Jeez.
Strange. You would think him a better judge of character. Then again, I hear she's not averse to a more physical mode of persuasion.
I thought she rose through the ranks rather quickly, but no longer. If only she had been content with her lot, she might have lived to see the morrow.
Like, I don't like her, but also I wish she kicked their ass right there in the halls. I'd be here for that cutscene.
Fadola Rem Lupus. Commander of the Crania Lupi, reporting as ordered.
Why do you tremble so? Could it be that the Empire's butcher is afraid? That she who walks with death is terrified of her own?
I'm terrified of dying having achieved naught. Gladly would I give my life to win a great victory on the battlefield, had I but the strength.
Alas, you do not. Indeed, you are weak. And born of this weakness is a blind fervor, a raging inferno which threatens to consume not only you, but everyone around you.
Yes, my lord.
You were defeated by the Resistance on several occasions. You misjudged the Ananta and spurred them into summoning an icon. Have you anything to say?
I do not, my lord. My failures are my own. I am prepared to accept your judgment.
And that is very admirable. However, I've had enough of this dumb show. Give voice to that hunger I see in your eyes, or I will pluck them from your head.
I want... I want to make them pay! All of them! Everyone who ever mocked or looked down on me! I want the power to make them pay!
Very well. Then I shall give you a chance. A chance to transcend your mortal limits. Assuming, that is, you are prepared to wager your life for such power.
Transcend, my lord. I came here prepared to die. Tell me what I must do.
What are you gonna do? Turn her into a monster or something? Ah, yes. Scientist looking dude. I wish we could have left on better terms, but that was never going to happen. Could be a problem if they get their hands on any more crystals, though. Never mind. We'll deal with that when the time comes. You have done us a great service this day. Long shall my sisters sing the praises of the Akon Slayer. Let us spare word to them of Sri Lakshmi's passing. Come, friends, to Veera Nyla. Or Nylia. Ah, the winds whispered of your success, and your eyes confirmed their testimony. The Lady of Bliss no longer holds our Kalyana sisters in her thrall. For this we thank you. Teha did the deed. We were but witnesses to his heroism. However, I fear this is only the beginning, for there is no cure for that which drives the desperate to beseech the gods for salvation. Should they wish to use their crystals to summon Sri Lakshmi again, naught can be done to stop them. We ignore our sisters' plight at our peril. This we know. We shall endeavor to show them another path so that the day you speak of never comes. We're all in this together. Alamegans and Ananta. We understand that. Hopefully in time, they will too. You and yours will ever be friends of the Veera. On that you have my word. We should be getting back to the Peering Stones. Thank you again, Sarisha, for everything. Welcome back. Conrad and Marshal Terrapin came to render aid, but I hear that won't be necessary. It won't. Sri Lakshmi's gone. But I should probably start at the beginning. Incredible. I don't know what to say. If you hadn't been there to stop her, who knows where it would have ended. You saved a lot of lives, Teha. Take pride in that. It must be said that this is something of an unprecedented situation. Previous summonings were, to my knowledge, planned well in advance by a tribe as a whole. Indeed, there are several aspects of this incident which bear further investigation. In any event, the Kalyana's supply of crystals must remain limited for the foreseeable future, and ambient aether levels closely observed. Understood. The Alliance will consult with the Resistance and the Veera on how best to enforce said restrictions. Thank you, Vice Marshal. To other matters, then. What news of the Imperials? None. Which is itself troubling. It seems as though the skulls and the remainder of the garrison have fully withdrawn into the peaks. We've seen neither hide nor hair of them since Velodina. Regardless of their reasons, our path is clear. Father has decided that it is time to advance east. Finally! It was also most emphatic that you be spared further duties for the present. You are to rest. It would not do for the warrior of light to collapse from exhaustion during the march. It may not be as strong or as quick as him, but we are soldiers nonetheless. We can deal with the Imperials. Aye, you've earned this respite, so enjoy it. And the same goes for you, Mnago. You've been away from your family for too long. Don't deny it. As you say, sir. Thank you. We'll make the most of our time here. Looks like it's up to me and mine to give you a lot proper welcome. My mother prepared a special meal for this occasion, and I have it on good authority that hers is the finest cooking this side of the Veladina. Honored guests, I pray you partake of our humble offerings as we give thanks for your many valiant deeds. Oh, that does look good, actually. There's a lot of fruit. I like that. Thank you, sir, for this warm welcome. We're honored to break bread with you and your family. I don't think I've ever met her. Mahato? Come, come, eat your fill of our food, and drink deep of our spirits. There's more than enough for all. Well, when you put it that way, don't mind if I do. He wasn't kidding when she said her mother could cook. You know, seeing her with her family, I can't help thinking of my own. How my father would come home from a hunt with dinner on his shoulder, and Yida would prepare it with herbs and spices. My mother died when I was little, so she did most of the cooking. We didn't have much, but we had each other, and that was enough for me. But they wouldn't let us have even that. Theodric, Gaius, of course Father and Yida had to fight. I would have too if I'd been older, but they didn't have to die. It never ends, does it? They call us beasts, they treat us like them. They push and they until someone pushes back, until someone takes up arms or summons a god, a false god. If the 12 were watching us, what are they thinking? What are they thinking when they see the strong hurt the weak, when people fight and die and nothing gets better? And then it just goes on and on and on. I know. That's why we're here, isn't it? Thanks for listening. I know I was just rambling, but I feel better somehow. Who knows what the answers are, or if there are even any. Either way, life goes on, and we've got to go with it. Sorry, that sounded better in my head. Must be getting tired. Time to turn in, I think. Tomorrow's another day, eh? Let's see what it brings. Sleep well, Teha. Uh-huh. There's something to be said for a home-cooked meal, is there not? We must cherish these moments, fleeting as they are. The fight will always be there, waiting for us to return. True. Shore log. Heavily spiced zol meat, charred to perfection over an open flame. Common fare amongst the nomadic steppe tribes. Interesting.